that they don't get paid enough, which is true.
Yep.
So I think why make it even harder on yourself? I'm sure there are probably some educational places that would provide a better structure for you and your students.
Yeah.
So don't put yourself through it.
Yeah,
I would say leave.
I agree with that. There's plenty of other like schooling environments to work in if she's doing tutoring and things like that. Like you can provide your services to other people.
Yeah.
Still feel like you're helping and also be fulfilled and
Yeah.
not, you know. There's always a better boss around the corner, I'm sure.
100%.
Yeah.
That's the truth. There's always grass that's green on the other side.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I know that saying is more like it's like a
not.
bad, it's not, but there's always something
In this
better.
case,
there.
the grass is greener.
The grass is
I
greener.
promise it's green.
It is green, guys.
Yeah.
Don't trust me. It's not like that teal color. Ugh.
It's not dirt.
Yeah, it's not dirt.
I don't know. Okay, well, I think we should leave it there for deodorant then.
Yeah, deodorant.
Marcus, you want to go next to this one?
I feel like I can go next with this one.
Yeah.
I am a consumer. I like consuming things.
The consumer has entered the room, ladies and
Yes,
gentlemen.
I like to use and abuse things.
How do I put this? I love capitalism. How does that
More
sound?
capitalism,
Works for
please.
me, yeah.
No.
Unlimited capitalism.
But what I'm trying to say is I like eating things, drinking things. That's what when I say consume. That's
Yeah.
what I mean by
right.
consume.
So you like physically consuming
Inhale.
things.
So I guess what I want to say, because I like consuming things, I would like.
You had to pick one thing. Though.
Does it have to be material?
Yeah, it's got to be. What do you mean material? Like
I would like
felt?
I would like unlimited this body weight right now
What?
without doing any work.
Oh,
Right.
oh, okay, and just be like, bang! I just like
I
lock
can
myself
do
in.
what I want
That's
to do.
not- no,
I mean,
that's-
I can get consumable out of the things I eat
That's
and
not
drink.
an unlimited thing.
I don't think that's in the spirit of the game,
No,
Marcus.
Oh.
You're basically saying I want to stay this body weight regardless of what trash I put in my body.
Exactly, but
Unlimited metabolism? Is that what he's after?
But going both ways. I can't go skinnier.
Okay.
I can't go fatter.
Oh,
I'm
it's
just
like
this.
it's like on the 7-Eleven app when you lock in your petrol price.
Yeah,
But I
exactly.
think if it gets cheaper, you can get the cheaper price. So it's
Yeah.
not like that.
I mean more. I was talking more along the lines of like the commercial with the unlimited Tim Tam pack.
Yeah, yeah, the
all right,
genie
all right,
that's,
all right.
He's like, fine, pizza shapes.
I was going to say beer. All right.
Yeah,
Beer.
that's a good one.
I'm going to go with beer.
Yeah.
All types of beer, though.
Okay.
Or can I?
That's fine. I will give you that.
I can go to Mr. Dan Murphy's. He'll give me just a six pack of beer whenever I ask
You walk
for
in,
it.
and
Yeah.
whatever you're after.
All right. Beer writes in. Beer. How to politely handle guests who want to stay too long. We moved to a beautiful resort town a full day drive from the city we used to live. I love my friends and my family and love having them visit for a weekend, maybe even a long weekend, tops. I feel like whenever I have guests that I need to be a good host and entertain them for the whole time. After a day or two, I'm tired and want some alone time. It's hard to explain this without sounding rude, and with summer coming up, the requests for visits are rolling in. People want to come for a week at a time. Their rationale is that they'll have to isolate before coming. So if it means spending 2 weeks isolating, then they should make a whole trip out of it. That and the full day travel time. My only reason for being against this is just because I don't want to be around anyone constantly for long periods. So my reason is selfish. I can't say that, or it sounds ridiculous and could have been taken offensively, that I just don't want that person around. What should I say?
Okay, so this person has moved to they're on island time. They've moved to a nice place, right?
They moved to like beach town.
They're living there.
Yeah.
But their friends are treating it as if it's a beach house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think they're in the wrong here.
Yeah.
Like, it's like the equivalent of me saying, hey, guys, I'm moving to Rosebud. I'm
Yeah.
living there permanently.
Mm-hmm.
And then every second weekend, you guys are hitting up and be like, hey, coming over for a beach weekend. It's like, no, this is my house.
Yeah.
Well, let's think about this, though. I know your friendship group.
Yeah.
And if someone moved to the beach, you would be there. Like, if any one of you moved to the beach, I know you would be there.
I hate the beach, so I would not be
I
there.
also hate the beach.
Ah.
So me and Damien, we'd be like staying back in the
Yeah,
city going,
yeah.
hey.
I get what you're saying, though. We have
Yeah.
a very social friend
Yeah,
group.
Yeah. And
There's-
it's like, that's the new party house. There it is.
Yeah.
But I would argue, even with that, is if I went to a place down by the beach,
Yeah.
like for a week, I
Mhm.
wouldn't expect the hosts to host for the entire week.
Yeah.
I'd be like, look, some of the days I'll go to the beach by myself or with my family, so you guys can sort of,
You wouldn't stay with them.
yeah. Or I
Or
would,
you'd stay with them for the week?
Well, this person's they're staying there for the week, so
Yeah.
yeah, maybe if they've got a big enough house to do it.
It makes me wonder how nice this place is if
Yeah.
people are willing to isolate for 2
Yeah.
weeks, then to go up for a week. It's
Yeah.
like, this must be a nice ass beach
Yeah.
house.
They've got a condo in Disneyland or Disney World. Why not?
That's not by the beach, but anyway.
It's in Florida. It's hot, isn't it?
It's warm at least. Yeah, there's lakes with crocodiles and alligators. So they're gonna get
Perfect.
you. Look, it is a tough thing. I have a friend that moved to the beach recently, like about a year ago.
As in, like, living permanently.
Yeah,
That's
living in like Ocean Grove.
Okay.
So they've moved up there. And I've only been there, I think twice I've been there. And both times I've been there, I didn't stay overnight. And I didn't go to the beach those days either.
You didn't stay overnight?
Didn't stay overnight. Just
Okay.
went there to see them, went to their place. Didn't even actually go see the beach.
Oh, yeah.
So,
well,
like,
you went to go see them, really.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Yeah.
I mean, like, I refrain from being like, oh my God, I'm going to have to pack my flippers. I'm going to have to pack my snorkel.
Getting real comfortable.
Yeah, like, I'm
Did
like,
they offer for you to stay?
no, they didn't. But I'm sure, like, the difference was also they moved just before COVID happened.
Yeah,
and then we couldn't really go anywhere outside of 5 kilometers of our house.
Yes.
So I haven't really had the opportunity to do
Yeah, that's
so.
fair.
But I'm sure they would offer. But yeah, this is a bit different. This is people offering themselves to be
Yeah.
like, can I stay with
For a
you?
week or something, like family, friends,
Yeah.
and all of that.
Which would be hard. I mean, it's hard enough having guests over in general. You got to make sure you got to be on all the time.
Yeah.
I 100% agree. Even guests that say overnight or 2 nights,
Yeah.
it's just like it gets to a point. Like I'm happy to see my friends, especially if I'm
Yeah.
living far away and they come down because I was staying down by the beach for a little bit, and people would come for the weekend. It's
Right.
great, but even after a day or two, it's just like, all right, I want some alone time now. I don't want to be always on,
Yeah.
and I just want to sit down on my phone, not talk to anybody for
Yeah.
a good 2-3 hours sometimes.
Do you think
You need that.
Do you think you kind of experienced this by having a pool? Did you have, is that the equivalent? Like you had a pool at your parents' place?
yeah, my parents'
as
place.
a young
yeah.
lad. So
Yeah.
did you feel like, oh God, I just want to have a pool day on my own. I don't want Tom to come over and have a swim.
Not really. There were days where it was
Pool's
just
closed. Tom's running
Oh,
in,
man.
excited with his towel.
yeah. You just see me like lying by. I like having the pool. I never wanted my own pool day because I never really cared that much.
Right.
I never was sitting by the pool going, "Oh, this is lovely." Like just by myself.
Oh, you were never with people being like, you know, it would be better if no one else was
yeah,
here.
no chance.
Yeah.
Like if I was there by myself, I'd rather be inside in the air conditioning. That's just my
Yeah,
type
yeah,
of
yeah.
person. I don't. But that being said, I had friends that say, "Hey, it's a hot day. Let's go to
Yeah,
your pool."
of
That
course.
happened quite a
Like
lot.
it'd be the suggestion.
And I'm just like, well, no, I got my family here, and you guys are party dudes. It's
yeah.
well, it's hard to explain.
It's not a good combo.
Yeah, exactly. Then I have to hear from my parents like, oh, that person was drinking quite a lot.
Right.
And this
Sorry
or
about
that,
that, Marcus. I
No,
apologize.
it was never you, Damien. But
Never you, Damon.
no, but that was the thing. Like that was the one time I was just like, I'm happy to have my friends over if my family aren't there because then they can just be themselves.
Yeah.
When my family, then I got to think, all right, are they going to overstep the boundaries that I have to then
Yeah.
sort of defend them to my parents?
It would be hard, I guess, if you were getting into a position where you, let's just say, have a really desirable place, like you know that people are going to want to come and be there.
Yeah.
So it'd be hard to be like, I want to have this great place, but then am I going to be a grinchy poo and not let people come by? Like, how do you decide? Like, how do you set a limit of what people can do?
It's yeah, go on.
I think it depends on the situation. I think in this situation, their friends are taking advantage.
Yeah.
Because they're treating it like an actual getaway,
Right.
which I think is unfair.
I feel I agree with you, but in the state of COVID, it's like you gotta.
Well, even worse, they shouldn't be traveling during COVID
Well, that's
anyway.
true. But if they gotta like isolate for 2 weeks just to come, like I'd rather if I'm gonna do that, I want to go for a bit of time.
Yeah.
I can accept that. But non-COVID, let's say it's non-COVID, I think they're taking advantage of it.
Yeah.
For sure.
I mean, maybe you need to install, like, do you know in the Oscars when somebody does a speech for too long and then the wrap-up music starts to play? Maybe you just need, when you're done with people being over, just start that music and say, all right, wrap it up.
Yeah.
Let's get
Yeah,
out of here now. You've had your
play 'em
time.
That's
You're
it.
done.
I think so. I like you just tell your friends if you start hearing that music, that means you gotta start getting out.
When do you think, like, what is your cue when you're at somebody's house for dinner or you're over, when it's like, okay, I should probably leave now?
Oh,
I have horrible cues.
As in you don't pick up on it, do you mean? Or
As in,
Marcus takes his pants off.
yeah,
I think it's he just takes his pants off and he stands there, and they're like, Marcus,
wanna
should I
leave?
go? Should I leave?
no, not when
you're
I'm the
saying-
host.
and
when
I'm saying
there.
that to him when I'm in my house.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
He
yeah.
takes his
No, when
pants
I'm the
off.
guest, like I don't know when to do it. I look at the time, like, is it late enough? Like, do they want to go to bed? Like, I don't know. So sometimes I'll say to like
you sleepy?
my partner, I'm like, all right, let's go. She's like, no, not yet.
Oh.
And I'm like, but I say it loud enough that the other people hear it. Not because I'm like, all right, I want to leave now. I just don't
It's
know
tough
the
because then
cues.
it's like, does it make it look like you want to leave?
Yeah,
it's like,
and
I
it-
want to stay, but do you want me to stay?
Yeah, especially with like family things. Like, I'll tap her on like, all right, you ready to go now? And she's like, yeah, all right. But then we're still there for another hour because
Yeah.
I just didn't pick up the cue of
Yeah.
the night's ending. Like,
Yeah.
I'm bad with those cues.
Hmm.
Tom,
Look, I think I get to a point where I'm like, I mean, I know when I need to leave because I'm like, all right, I need to go to sleep. I need to do this. I need to do this. So I'm just like, I'll call it myself.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever really I'll be the person that would overstay their welcome. But then again, who knows? Maybe people are like listening to this going like, liar! You always overstay.
You've never overstayed, so
Yeah.
not in my eyes.
I don't
Anyway,
know.
so.
I don't know. I'm just like, usually I'm like, I've got things to do. Like, I
Yeah.
need to sleep. I got to.
You got your own schedule that you want to stick to.
Yeah, exactly. I'm
Yeah.
not sort of like the one to be like, oh no, I don't want to miss out on the fun, or like, what if, you know?
Do you guys get FOMO?
Nah.
Fear of missing out. For
No.
the
Yeah,
others?
no, I know what it stands for.
No, I know you do. Maybe the listeners.
The older I get, I don't know.
Mm.
I think it just depends on what the people are doing.
Mm.
Like if I saw snaps of my friends and they're at the beach, I'd be
Yeah.
like, well, enjoy your day because that's not my.
I don't want to become like a strawberry, guys. I'm good.
Yeah, that's not my type.
I will say I had a bit of FOMO 2 weekends ago when
Oh,
you guys had
right.
something on and I couldn't make it.
Mm.
I was
Yes.
a big FOMO. I just had a busy schedule.
I feel like I get those times when they're
Yeah.
big events.
Yeah.
But like week in, week out, if like let's say all my friends are like, oh, we're all going to the restaurant or going out or whatever it is, and I can't make it for whatever reason, I don't get FOMO.
Yeah.
Like I've made my decision. I'm sleeping in
Yeah.
this bed. I've made this bed. I'm sleeping and
you
I'm
won't
fine.
you won't make a decision based on like, oh, I want to go because I don't want to miss out.
Yeah.
You know, like it's inconvenient for me. I'm not feeling well, or I've got to do this in the morning and I shouldn't, but I'll go.
Yeah.
You're like, no. I stand by my decision.
I've never gone to an event purely because I fear of missing it out.
Yeah,
on it.
right.
I'll go to an event because I want to be there.
Yeah.
But if I don't go for one reason, I'm like, I'm happy with that reason.
Yeah.
Like Tom said, I think when it's a big event, like say it's an engagement party
Yeah.
or
A butts party.
or bucks or anything like that,
Yeah.
it's like, oh well, I was looking forward to that, spending time with everybody.
If the reason
Those
isn't
ones hurt.
if
It's
the-
when you're invited as well, of course.
If the reason is because you had another event on, but you'd prefer to go that one, that's one thing. That's fear of missing out. I get.
Yeah.
It's more the case of like the only reason why I go is because I'm fear of missing out. Otherwise, I'm sick. I don't want to do it. Like what Tom said.
I think as you get older, you get less
Less
of
of
it,
it.
though.
Yeah.
It's just like,
I don't.
no
yeah.
mo FOMO. Like,
No, FOMO. Yeah.
okay, so what do we want to say for beer?
Sell your house.
So, yeah, burn the house down. That's the only solution.
I guess what you can say is for the people that want to stay a week, make up something that says I can't host for the full week.
Make up something.
Maybe like, all right, the
Yeah.
weekend I'm
Yeah.
cool, but then my partner's got like work on or something like that. Like
Yeah.
we can't be around
Yeah.
the entire
They
week.
can't assume you've got a free schedule to house them. And I know maybe the people will be like, oh, no, it's fine. I'll stay out anyway. Like, you won't even know I'm there. You won't even know I'm living there.
Yeah.
Like, they'll have excuses.
But that might work as well because his whole issue is he doesn't want to be hosting for the full week.
yeah.
Granted, if it's your own house, you don't want to feel like you have to like sneak around your own house
Of course,
to pretend.
yeah,
So
of course.
But yeah, I would say you can't go for the house or we got to leave for some other reason for a day in, day out. We
Yeah.
can't leave it. I would say that's the best way.
Okay. Yeah.
Like limit it. Let's say you can come for the weekend, but you can't stay for the whole week.
I agree with that. What do you reckon, Damien?
Burn the house down.
Burn it down. All right. Let's leave it there for beer now. Damien, what do you
All
got
right.
for us?
This is going to come from, and tell me if this is okay, cheese platter.
Cheese platter. So that's every.
Oh,
Do you know why?
yes.
Because I feel like it's the perfect when you go to somebody's house.
Yeah.
You bring a cheese platter out. Let's say you go there for a dinner. Cheese platter always goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a perfect snack when you're at home.
Goes
Yeah.
hard.
I just think it does go
Goes
hard.
hard.
Go
Tom.
hard in the paint. Yeah.
Thomas, it goes very hard.
Yeah.
I just think it's like the perfect, I don't know.
Yeah. So we're
And
talking
well-
like everything on a cheese platter, the crackers, the cheese, some
You need
quince,
crackers.
quince
You need
paste.
that.
Is that in the spirit of the game?
the board itself.
The board itself.
Unlimited boards.
He's got unlimited boards. Just flick them out.
The quince, the figs.
Yeah. Oh,
The water crackers.
All right. Give us 2 cheeses and we'll say you can have them forever.
Okay.
How about that?
Yeah.
Got to go with a brie.
Okay.
Brie?
Have to absolutely go with a brie.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm torn between Gouda and maybe a blue cheese. But blue cheese is a bit controversial, so maybe I'll go with the Gouda.
Maybe go with the Gouda. As far as like if it's for entertaining, I think the Gouda's probably a
Gouda's a safer bet.
yeah.
Yeah.
Blue cheese is the better cheese.
Ooh.
Personally.
Okay.
If you could pick a cheese each?
I'd say
If
Oh,
it's
singles day.
yeah, right. Bigger stringers. No, I'd say brie and Gouda. I like brie and Gouda.
I mean,
maybe like a smoked
oh
cheddar.
yeah, that's nice. If it's on a cheese board, obviously I like a blue.
Yeah.
I think that's a really nice, like a creamy blue. But if it's actually just cheese for general life, it's got to be mozzarella.
Oh, mozzarella.
A mozzarella.
The
I
mozzarella.
love the gooey when you melt
What
it.
about
That's
bocconcini?
Oh, bocconcini. You know, we love cheese
We
here.
do love cheese.
Alright.
We are cheesy boys.
Cheese wins.
I was about to go, and what about burrata? Like, I was going to keep talking about
burrata.
I
cheese.
think this should come from cheese, guys.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, let's maybe come from cheese. Cheese writes in, Am I wrong for arguing with the nurse about filling my son's birth certificate? My wife gave birth to our first baby boy last night, almost an hour before the new year 2021.
Congrats.
He was